Hello. So it's March 21st and we are at Mammoth Cave and we are going to go hike the Sal Hollow trail. It's going to be about 7 miles and we're going to stay at that trail. Stay at that campsite. We were hoping to stay at the, you probably can't really see any of this, but I'm going to show it to you. We were gonna hike from here along this bottom trail up over. We're hoping to stay here at the bluffs, but we can't, so we're gonna stay here instead. It should be like 65 and sunny today. And okay. So one of the cool things about hiking at Mammoth Cave is that you often will find things like this along the trail. And it's just kind of like a cool opening, which I'm sure if you were really small you could get into the cave through there. I'm not going to try that. Because yeah, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so we hit the junction of the Sal Hollow Trail and the Buffalo Trail. And it looks like the Turnhole campsite will be up that way, which we're not going that way. It looks like that'd be more of a, like, this is a horse trail through here. The trail we were just on wasn't supposed to have any horses or anything. We got cool hitch-up posts here and stuff. You know, if you want to hook a hammock up to it, or I guess it's for horses really, not for hammocks. So we're actually going a lot faster than we thought we would. So it's only about 11 o'clock, a little bit after 11, and it says we only have 2.2 miles to go, and I have nothing to do when we stop hiking. So I don't really want to sit in the campsite with nothing to do for like 4 hours until sunset, and then still nothing to do. So we might look at our map and see if we can add some miles here or there somewhere. So but for now we're gonna eat some food. We have some what is it called? Everything bread? Yeah, we have everything bread and some summer sausage and some cheddar cheese that is altogether about 800 calories for each of us. So it should be a pretty tasty meal. Sit on my butt for a little bit, rest my knees, because trail running and then trying to do this is wearing me out a little bit more. Okay, so we ate our lunch and we looked at the map and we found another way that would kind of add like another mile or so to the trail, mile and a half. But Kim kind of hurt her foot a little bit last week while running, so she says it's a little tender, so we're gonna just take the 2.2 miles here. And yeah, about an hour from now I guess we'll be setting up camp, which means it'll be about 12:30 or so, which is pretty early, so we'll have to find something to entertain ourselves. Maybe get a fire going and just hang out. We might hike up. There's supposed to be a cemetery somewhere near where we're going to stay, so we might just leave our packs and hike over to that and check it out. So, you ready, Kimberly? Alright, let's go. Alright, so we're probably getting pretty close to our campsite, but it looks like we're coming up on something cool, so I will document that. I can hear water running. It's probably where we'll get water for tonight. But it's another kind of cave thing. Oh, it's pretty small, but it's cool looking. You know what, Kim? I think this is the one we took pictures at. So we definitely came through this area on Death Bike. But yeah, we'll be able to like walk right up there and collect that water, and you probably don't even have to filter it, but I will anyway. Sweet. Okay, we made it to the campsite. The site we were planning on going to was booked today, So we had to take the one that was shorter, and we were a little bit bummed about that because we thought it was too close. Well, we just hiked this one, and we were getting pretty worn out by the time we got here, and it was as far as what we thought we were going to do anyway. So it was 7.3 miles to get to this one, which may not sound like a lot, but I'm carrying 30 pounds, Kim's carrying 20 pounds, and we're just generally relatively new to this. So it was a lot. But so we're setting up here. Kim's unpacking a little bit. We've got this fire ring. I think because we've still got like 4 hours of daylight, we'll probably try to get a little fire going, because why not? But we're looking for a place to set up our hammocks now. And a thing about when you're setting your campsite anywhere, really, you want to look up at the trees and see if there are any branches that are going to fall on you. For example, this weird curved tree is directly over the fire ring, and it doesn't exactly look all that healthy to me. It also doesn't really look like it's at risk of falling over right now, and there's not supposed to be any storms tonight. However, you wouldn't want to pitch your tent there. And since we're doing hammocks, we're looking for trees about 12 to 15 feet apart, probably not more than like 2 feet circumference around them. So I'm thinking this tree here, and then to that one for the other one of us, whichever one we choose. So I guess I can figure out how to prop this GoPro up, and I will try to show you us doing that. So yeah, you want to set your straps up at about 6 feet. A little higher. No, that's good. No, yours are fine. I'm just going to record you doing it because I can. So we're using nylon webbing straps. Well, they might be polyester, I don't know. They're some kind of synthetic. But the thing about it is that you don't want to just tie a rope to a tree, and you're a little twisted on it. I don't know how much that matters. But you don't want to tie a string straight to the tree, because it will hurt the tree. So if you use these straps, it spreads out the load a little bit more. And they're rated to like 1,000 pounds or something like that. So it's you're not really at risk of falling out of the tree like that. So you set those straps up on both sides. Is that tree all marked up? Yeah. Like with a knife or someone? Yeah, what? Like a knife. Man, we've already noticed some trash around this campsite. We're going to try to pick it up a little bit while we're here. Kim found a soda can. I saw a Gatorade bottle. Looks like someone's tent string is still here, so we've got time. We might as well pick up a little bit. Probably want to come down just a little bit, Kimberly, to be even with the other one. Yeah, that's about right. And pull it good and tight so it doesn't do that scare. Alright, so the little blue things that she has, those are called whoopee slings, as silly as they sound. It's basically am steel threaded through itself to make a loop. Like this, and the loop is there. And we've got a little hook here. This is called a Dutch hook. It's a whoopee hook. It's made by Dutchware. Yeah. Whatever.
Clips go around the tree instead of looping this pretty strap around itself.
Yeah. So it's rated to like 1,000 pounds. You're not gonna break that little titanium hook, and it weighs like less than a gram. You stepped on it. These trees still might be too close together. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yep. So once you hook both sides, you sort of hold one end and pull it together. And you want to try to make it pretty even between the two.
Way too close.
Are they too close? Even if you haven't finished tightening it just yet, but hey, it's not going to get that much tighter. Yeah. These trees might not work. Might have to go. I don't think it would go all the way to that one over there. Yeah, so that's what you would do, and then it would start looking a little tight, but these trees are way too close. Like I said, we're pretty new to this. I I will come back in a little bit with our setup and show you more about it. I think you get the idea. Okay, we figured out what we're going to do. We are still using the one tree, but we are going over that way for Kimberly. And she is setting up her tarp right now. So here's mine. I tied off the same tree as her, coming down this way, and I had to consider this tree. It appears to be healthy enough. It's got some damage to it, but it seems to be strong enough I can't really move it. So, and I just found more trash. Awesome. Thank you, litter people. Yeah, so I'm gonna set up my tarp. We brought our bug nets, which is what this black thing is right there, but we haven't really had any mosquitoes bite us or anything today. We did come across this massive creek that was kind of standing still, but no mosquitoes, so probably no bug net, which is better for airflow. Not that it's going to be that hot tonight. I think it's expected to be about 45, so we're just going to hang out and camp for a little while, get a fire going, pick up the place, and eat some food. Okay, I figured I'd update you with our finalized hammock setup. So, this is what we look like. Kim's hammock's a little bit higher than her tarp is a little bit higher. The advantage there is you get more airflow. You might get a little bit more wet, but we're not expecting rain. If I come around here, oh, here's some more freaking trash. So, we're kind of cheating here because we're pretty close, so we're both tied off to this stake. And we're tied together to a single stake over there, so we can sort of see each other. Not that we want to. So, we should be pretty good. I might hang out in my hammock for a little bit before I do any more work. Oh, it's about 4:30? 5, you think? We have no idea what time it is. It is the 6th day of our adventure. Or just later in the afternoon of our adventure. But it's dinner time. So we wanted to try something a little bit differently. I brought a, call it a super cat stove. It's basically a cat food can that you punch holes in it. Yeah, the little tiny ones, the Fancy Feast ones. You punch holes in it according to a template that you can get online, and you fill it with, can you hand me the alcohol? Denatured alcohol. I've written like poison and stuff because it's in a water bottle and it looks like water, but if you drink this you will get incredibly sick. You probably really aren't supposed to carry it like that. I think they suggest you carry it in like a red fuel bottle, but it works. So anyway, really you don't want to cook with it. What you'll do is you'll just boil water. It's the simple, easy way. So I want to try it out because I like these like dehydrated. I'm having beef stew tonight. All you need to do is boil 2 cups of water and you pour it in the bag and close it and wait 10 minutes. So I'm almost to a boil. And yep, it's still going. So one thing about this, when you're burning alcohol, is that you can't see the flame, so you have no idea when it's about to go out. And yeah, it's still going. It's probably almost out though. Yeah, we have a little fire going. We've just been chilling. We drank a lot of water today. I was carrying about 3 liters. Well, Kim says we didn't drink that much water. I don't normally drink that much water. So, drank a considerable amount. I think it's out now. Yep, I didn't quite get my water boiling. Dang. So, I guess I'll show you how to do this real quick. And Kimberly will film it if we're lucky. So, we just take some of this, pour it in here. I'm not going to fill it up this time because I don't need that much more. So
I need to make tea with it.
Oh, you're going to make tea with it, so okay. So you fill it up till it touches the bottom line. Don't spill it on yourself because it will burn you. Not good. And just light it. And it is invisible, so that's going. These are very susceptible to wind. Oh yeah, I guess you're not supposed to put that on there just yet. So one thing you're supposed to do is you wait for the top of it to boil. And once it boils, you can put the stove on top, or the kettle on top of it, and then it will it'll be pressurized so the flame comes out of the holes. It doesn't normally take long. It's sort of like it looks like the top of it's boiling. I think that flame.
It's boiling to me.
It looks like it's boiling to you? Okay. I can't see it that well. So I will just set this guy on here without burning myself. And then sort of put a heat shield around it. The wind's coming from about this direction right now. And that's about it. I'll boil some water and eat some beef stew. Hello again. I thought I'd show you what my beef stew came out looking like. It looks tasty. I forgot, I also have apple crisp. I might have actually mentioned it in a video earlier, I don't even remember. But yeah. Kim's cooking her tea, or she has her tea, and she's cooking some rice and chicken. What kind of rice is it?
Chicken flavor rice.
Oh, chicken flavor rice with chicken.
Yes.
She added in a bag of Tyson chicken to get some extra tasty out of it. So
I don't think it's gonna be extra tasty.
yeah, that chicken's generally not fantastic.
No.
I mean, we had a fire. We could have actually cooked like real food.
Like potatoes.
Yep. Oh. Good morning. It is Sunday morning at about 6:15 or so. We woke up. It's pretty chilly out. Hammock camping, while very comfortable, we don't have the correct type of insulation, or at least I don't. Laying on one of those sleeping pads inside of the hammock, you kind of fall off of it and you sleep on your shoulders, and your shoulders don't have any actual insulation. They're just touching the hammock and the wind blows right under you, so it gets a little chilly that way. So I had to put some layers on in the middle of the night, and I was still kind of cold. I've been up for about an hour and a half, maybe just an hour, and I started packing up. We still have Kim's hammock. We're working on our breakfast. I tried some Folgers instant coffee for the first time this morning. It was also left over from our backpacking trip from 2012 that we tried to do, so it's 3 years old instant coffee, and it was very not good. So I didn't actually drink any coffee this morning. So I'm gonna eat my scrambled eggs with bacon. Hopefully it's pretty tasty. And Kim's going to have her biscuits with sausage gravy.
Your water's boiling.
And my water's boiling, so I'm going to eat breakfast. We're going to pack up the tent, and I will probably be back to show you hammock, not tent, and I will be back to show you how to use our water filters that we've got here in a little while. So, adios. Okay, so I told you I would show you about this water filter system. So yesterday, when it was time for us to start cooking, we realized we didn't really have enough water to cook, because we were lazy and we did not fill up water when we should have. So I came from our campsite. It was back this way. I was walking along and I figured there would be water over here where it looks like water would be if it had rained recently. But I came around this hill and I looked down and I saw just a tiny bit of water over there. So I said, maybe I'll follow that and there'll be some water. So I dropped my water filter. Can you hold this for just a second, Kimberly? So I'll show you where we got our water. And we're going to fill up a couple bottles for our hike out this morning. And if I'm lucky, it won't fall down and die. So one of the things you want to do when you're looking for water out on the trail is you don't really want to get into water like this that doesn't really look like it's moving at all. Stagnant water harbors all kinds of bad things that you really just don't want to mess with. And this is kind of steep. So I was getting a little worried at this point because there was no pool down there, but I saw that little hole. And if I can get down here without dying for the second time. Yesterday I had my trek pole, which was a little bit easier. So anyway, I got down here to this little hole. And it actually has a fair amount of water moving through it. You can see how much water is coming out this way. Maybe. I don't know how well it comes through on the camera. But it's clean, and I drank this stuff all day yesterday, all night. We cooked all our food with it, so careful. Grab onto that little tree if you need to. It's slippery there was the problem because it's on rocks. So once Kim gets down here, I will see if she can hold the camera, and I'll show you how to get water out of this thing. See my tiny pool? It's awesome, isn't it? Alright, can you film for me? Okay, so, a couple things. This, aim it up a little more. This is the water filter. It's tiny, it weighs like an ounce. You can screw in bottles into this, or they come with these little baggies that you'll fill the bags up and you just sort of squeeze the water through. It comes out clean on this side, and you could actually drink out of it like a straw here if you wanted to. Now the problem is that you can't really get the baggie into that pool, it just won't fill up. So I learned this trick from a guy on YouTube named Syntax77, who you should check out. That if you just sort of scoop it up with a half of a water bottle cut in half, you can just pour it right in. It's a little tedious, but it's a lot less work than carrying in an extra gallon of water, because water is one of the heaviest things that you'll pack in. So I will fill this guy up real quick. And obviously you want to not try to stir the water up too much, because you don't really want to stir up all the sediment. And, I mean, the filter will clean out the mud and dirt and whatnot, but it'll eventually clog the filter up doing that. Almost got it. Now this is a 32-ounce bag. It came with a 16-ounce bag. I picked up some 32-ounce bags, and I guess you can even get 64-ounce bags. Just really depends on what you want to do. And one of the advantages of this thing is that if you want, once you fill up your water bottles, you can fill this pouch up one more time and just carry a pouch of dirty water, and then when you need it, you just filter it out. So anyway, oops, I just spilled all the leftover. Once you've got your pouch full, you just screw it on here, flip your top, get your water bottle, like this, and normally I'll just put it between my feet where I can hold it steady so I don't spill it, and you just sort of squeeze it through. And this is a 32-ounce water bottle, so one pouch should fill this thing up all the way, and that should be plenty of water for me to get out of here today. And then Kimberly will fill up her water bottle as well. It's not exactly the fastest process in the world, but you kind of need to do it. This water is actually really cold right now. That's another advantage of the little scoop, is that you don't have to put your hands into the water to hold the baggie under.
Especially when it's snowing.
Especially when it's snowing, yeah. There are other types of water filters. I've got another kind. It's a pump. You actually would drop a tube down in the water and you just hand pump it out. And that way works really great, but it weighs almost a pound, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're backpacking, the less weight you can carry, the better. And this filter is actually like $20. It's extremely affordable, and I think it's guaranteed to something like 100,000 gallons, which sounds like a lifetime of backpacking to me. Maybe not. I guess it depends on how much you backpack. But that is about it. That's my water. And this water is already cold, and it probably tastes better than anything else you're going to find anywhere around town. So we're going to fill Kim's up and we're going to hike out for the day. I found another one of these cool cave things, entrances, so I'm working my way over to it. Pretty cool in there. That'd be another place you could fill up your water, just like right off one of these dripping streams. Is that a root? Yeah, that's a root, not a snake. Never mind. Something funny about a lot of the trees here is that we'd see a lot of trees would fall over, and when they fell over they would still have the rocks in their roots. So like the rocks are actually what broke, not the ground. You know? It's a lot, like, temperature's cooler over here. Okay. Alright, we finished the trail. At the end it says we did 12.4 miles. That's definitely more than what we thought we were going to do. Kim's sticking her tongue out at me, and I don't know what we're going to do now. Probably go home and do absolutely nothing. So, see ya.